All right, hey everybody, welcome to my first tutorial. Specifically, this is a tutorial about how to build my patented famous, not so famous really in real life. It is rather unique. It is the double drop sugarcane farm. This circuit right here is what allows us to get twice as many drops as any other sugarcane out there. This is, of course, the double piston extender. This is what allows us to do our little magic trick and get twice as many drops in pretty much very close to the same amount of space. It double extends the pistons. We can reach across 2 rows of sugarcane rather than just 1 row. This is the base core module of the sugarcane farm. Now there are some variations to this. You can do all sorts of customization to it, and I'll show you how to make this much bigger and how to duplicate it and stack it and stretch it and do all sorts of things with it. It has 7 blocks long, and of course we can harvest two rows deep of sugarcane. So you see those slime blocks reach right across. And now I go with the slime blocks because they will not allow any sugarcane to fall into this area here. They will punch all the sugarcane out all the way to your water stream for sure. When we build it, I'll show you how to totally enclose this so you won't have any losses. Of course, if we grow it now, we'll have sugarcane exploding off into the distance. Yeah, way out there. But of course, when we build this, we would put walls of glass here so that, or any block you want, in order to stop the sugarcane and drop them into your water stream. My core module is 7 wide, is to accommodate this 8 blocks of water into this hopper right here. And of course, 8 blocks means we don't have to use signs or anything else to break up our system. And if we want to double it, then it makes an even, we can have 8 blocks of water on one side and 8 blocks of water on the other side. But this gives us a nice symmetrical, easy water drop system to funnel all of our drops into the main storage in the center. And basically this gives us 14 on each side. So right here we've got 28 blocks of sugarcane growing. And of course it all gets powered by just this block right here. There you go. And of course you can see some of these sugarcane dropped into the middle, but that's only because we had sugarcane that were 3 high, which means it grew up above, and when the slime blocks go underneath, this piece will fall down. That will not be the case when you actually build it. We will enclose all this so that we won't lose any drops at all. We can extend this to the maximum size, which would be right here, which would be 11 blocks long. Sticky pistons, or pistons in general, can push 12 blocks. So the reason we have 11 slime blocks works for us in 2 ways. One, it makes a nice symmetrical sort of farm, right, where we can have a single central drop location because there's 11 blocks. So an odd number means we get 1 in the middle. It also only works with 11 because if you put a 12th one on the end of this, then this piston would make that 13 total. So we have 11 slime blocks and a piston. That makes 12 blocks that this piston can now move. Like that. Now, of course, we can expand this even further because we can power it all off of that central location. So here we have 4 all powered through the central block right here. See if I can get down here. There you go. So you just need 1 power source and you can fire all these at once. And of course here you would have 22 times 4 is 88. 88 blocks of sugarcane growing. This is the model I have built in my current Let's Play world. And of course I did one step further as I went ahead and stacked it one time. So here it is stacked. So this is 11 blocks on the bottom and on the top, and this is how you can see it gets enclosed. And of course I only did 1 module, but in my LP world I did all 4. So coming off this center signal, and of course there's a number of different ways you can make a redstone signal carry it up blocks. You can do it with slabs, you can do it with all different kinds of ways. I just made a very simple torch tower here, so everything fires from this 1 power source right here. There you go, and you can see it all fire. This can easily be built in this array, stacked as well, and you can stack it as high as you want. You could literally have, I don't know how many, from ground 0 to from level 5 or 6 of bedrock all the way up to 256 build height. You could have stacks, and this sugarcane farm will produce, now like I said in my Let's Play world, I have this version stacked, so I have 88 times 2, which is 160, 176 growing spots of sugarcane. I have way too much sugarcane, and that's just with 2 levels of the quad setup right here. This underneath setup here is just how I was going to show an example of how you can bring your drops down into a central area, from each area. So you can mirror this over here, and you could have your sugarcane all end up in a central collection point right down here in the center. You could bring it into, like I do, or most people do in their worlds, is you might run all this stuff into a network of water channels and whatever in order to get it to your sorting system. Now, there's all different kinds of ways you can trigger it. You can do it manually with a button like you see me do here. You can put it on a lever, but of course, most people will want a randomizer that lets it fire every once in a while. Now, that's pretty easy to do. There are many different types out there. You can hook it up to a clock if you want. An etho hopper clock, would be fine. I use a technique. I found a guy on Reddit had built this randomizer that uses water evaporating off of a magma block. The game randomly determines when that evaporates, and every time it evaporates, causes a block update. And you can use observer blocks to give you a randomized signal as well. You can look up all sorts of ways to trigger a farm. We'll just build the 11 wide, and then you guys can figure out, you can do it however you want. So what we're going to need here is 11 blocks to hold up our sand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's put 11 blocks to hold our crops and to hold our water. So we're going to do a 4 by 11 platform. If you want to do a 7 wide, like I did over there, short, you want to do it on 2 sides, you would have a 4 by 7 platform. Then let's throw down our growing block, which of course can be podzol, it can be dirt, it can be sand or red sand. I think those are the 4 blocks that allow sugarcane to grow. You can use blocks of your choice to surround this in to hold the water. I'm going to use glass so that we can see how everything works, but you can build this with any kind of building block. And all this is going to do is hold our water in. And now we can put our water in, and you determine which side you want to be the front, which will be the collection side, and which side will be the back. The back side just needs 1 water source block to hydrate the farmland or the sand or whatever we call it, whatever blocks your sugarcane are growing on, because they can be placed next to running water as well as source blocks. And then on the other side, we're going to count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to punch that out. That'll be our collection area. So we'll put a source block on either side here. You do need water to run along the edges of each of these blocks so that you can place your sugarcane like so. And then you can, from here, take it to wherever you want your drops to go. Let's do our double piston extender right here. So first, of course, we will need our 2 sticky pistons. And so I put down temporary blocks there. They can be temporary. You can leave these here or not. It doesn't really matter. And then we need our 2 by 3 platform right here, and this is for our double piston extender. We'll put down a little L shape of redstone there, and then we'll put down 2 repeaters, and here's the key right here. It's the repeater timing. The one in the middle right here you want to put on 4 ticks, and the one at the base we're going to put that on 2 ticks. And now you want to run a signal into this block right here. This corner block is the block that needs to get a signal into it. We can either put, you can do a button like that. That'll work. You can put a torch underneath it. That fires it out, and that'll retract it. You can run redstone into it, which is basically what probably most people will do. There we go. So however you want to get power into this block, this is the block that needs to have power. Now we want some slime blocks. These are fun. Throw these down here, all 11 of them. There you go. This is the farm built. We need to fill in all the air spaces so we don't lose any drops. So I'm going to continue this glass wall all the way around here. Now here's where you have to get a particular block, because if you put down glass next to it, this slime block wants to move. It'll get stuck. It won't be able to move because of these blocks here. So we need a block that slime blocks will not stick to. So we can use leaves. This farm will work in any version from 1.8 all the way up to 1.12. Now in 1.12, there's a new class of block that is no longer sticky to pistons, and that is the terracotta blocks. So these could also be used in place of the leaves if you want. As you can see, they won't stick to the slime blocks. Yep, they're smooth. All right, but we'll stick with leaves just because I know that's more general, more universal as far as more game versions will use that. And we're going to put keep building this wall up here. Another layer. It's going to end up being, we need this layer of sugarcane to bounce into the wall. So now it doesn't have to go any higher, but we do need to put a ceiling on it. And of course, if you want to stack it, you need to be able to put a ceiling on it as well to get the next layer in. And of course, to stack it, you need to put a non-sticky block as well. So again, I'll use leaves, and we can make our ceiling out of that. No problem. That's pretty much it. You're all done. I mean, it's totally sealed and everything, and now when sugarcane grows in there and you fire it, all the sugarcane will land in your water streams and go down into your chest or your sorting system or wherever you need it to go. If you guys have any questions, you can drop me comments and I'll answer them as best I can. And yeah, let me know what you think.